Hey y'all, what's up? Big Wooly here, and welcome back to episode 43 of our FTB Skies Expert Let's Play. So, to start today's episode off, I am going to get everything out of the storage lectern in those chests and suck it over into our digital storage and hope we have enough room. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, so I made this without showing you guys. It's an import bus. And then I made 2 acceleration cards. So the import bus is right here. It's just annihilation core, sticky pistons, and aluminum plates. And the acceleration card is more aluminum plates, diamonds, redstone calculation processor for the blank cards. And then we can make the acceleration cards with Fluix crystals. So I did all that. And I hooked it up to this storage lectern. And it is just going to be sucking items out of there and stuffing them into the drawers as fast as it can, or into the disk as fast as it can. We filled a 16K disk. That's not a good thing. I was hoping we wouldn't do that, but we shall see. So it looks like we've got some big count items that we're going to need to try to get off these disks. Iron dust being one of them. Maybe I can snag some iron dust. Is there a drawer with an upgrade around that doesn't, it's not full? Hey, there we go. Put it in there. Maybe it'll put the iron dust in there. Save us some space in some drawers. Looks like it's doing it. Or in some disk. We're going to have to look at this too and figure out what all is taking up that space. Because, yeah, we're running out. I did put mangrove planks up here to try and keep them out of the system, so it should put all those into a drawer. And now that that iron dust has a drawer, yeah, it should be going in there. We'll see. Can we make it? We're getting lower in the item counts. What about these prediction matrices? I don't know if I got them before it pulled the other ones out. We shall see. Looks like maybe. Yeah, those planks should be going in there. They are. Awesome. How are we doing on space? Oh, we're good. It's getting close. I sure hope we got enough room to get all this out of here, because it would be great to have just one storage system. Oh, we did it with 5,384 items more we could have put into our storage. That should mean that all of these are now empty. And storage lectern, you served a purpose, but get out of here. Oh, the poor sound it makes on those bookworms. Woo! So much room. We could dance over here. Yeah. Get down, get down. Nope, never mind. That looks like progress right there. We're going to have to find a place for Tiny Potato and Tiny Potato. Tiny Potato squared. Let's put them on our smithing table. There we go. Don't ever talk to me or my son again. Well, I'm just going to keep hitting you because you keep making hearts. So, here is our disk drive. Now, in hindsight, it'd probably be better to be facing us, but, you know, it's all right. So, what else does Wooly have planned for today? Well, I want to get an energized smelter made because our smelting array, I keep having to tend to the fuel and it keeps running out. But one energized smelter is not going to be enough. We're going to need to step it up. We need to get into tiers. The tier upgrades or tier installers from Mechanism, we should be able to craft. Let's see, treated wood scaffolding is about the only thing we haven't made together. And that was stuff we all already had in our storage. So now, this is going to allow the smelter to be upgraded in place, and it will smelt, I think, 3 items at once instead of 1, and you can have it auto-sort. But, you know, we're going to go further than that. We need some osmium plates, which we've never made before, but let's make some. I've been making osmium as we go. We're not going to make too many. Let's just go with something like 8 for now. Go smash those down. making a lot of gold plate because there's all sorts of stuff that needs it, and we have tons of gold. So I just brought it over and crafted a ton of it while I was doing other things around the base. We're probably going to need to think about a better long-term food solution. Maybe get some carrots growing, and then we can have golden carrots get crafted in our system for us or something. I don't think toast is in here, the most powerful food in the game, you know. So, yeah, we'll figure out food, but food is going to be something we do need to figure out. Oh, our advanced tier takes our basic tier. Okay, slight oversight on my part, but we should be able to make another basic tier once we make some more electron tubes. All right, made up some more redstone glass. Didn't figure you guys needed to watch it. And I went ahead and crafted another basic tier all the way up to another advanced so that we can make our elite tier installer. And then I don't think... Yeah, see, we need Enderium plates, and we are not to Enderium yet. We do have just a little bit of Enderium that we got as quest rewards, which... See, we're going to have to make all the way up to another one of these. Honestly, this could be a good usage of it, especially for our super smelter, because if it keeps up with Sir's chomps a lot and I don't have to worry about fuel, makes my life a whole lot easier. So we may come back and make this, but let's go put this thing in place and just see how it does on its own. Oh, we probably want to make some energy upgrades and some speed upgrades. So let's see if we've got what we need for that. 1, 2... Need more osmium dust. All right, y'all. So here we are. I just took out the middle one so that when I'm done, it can just be a straight down pipe into our smelter, hopefully. It is processing through some, but as you can see, it is rather slow. We did not make any speed upgrades because I needed to smash some Electrum. And it is smashing currently, but I figured we could go through the tier upgrades while that stuff was smashing. So here's how these work. These work in place, so once you have it set up, all I did was cleared the sides, told it to take stuff in from the top, output to the bottom, and turned auto eject on. So once you have all that set, if you hold the one you want to use in your hand and shift right click, it's going to upgrade it. Now you notice we're going to have 3 slots. We can turn it to auto sort on, and it will automatically spread the items it takes in between all of the slots available. Now, we can actually go to more tiers. So the red tier gets us up to 5 slots. The blue tier gets us up to 7 slots. And it's still kind of slow, but it is smelting 7 items at a time. So let's go grab those speed upgrades, and I'll be right back, and we will see what the throughput looks like on this thing with the speed upgrades in it. All right, I made it back with our speed upgrades, but first things first, that sound is not a sound I can handle. So let's try to fix it. What is it? Smelter? Energize smelter. Oh, okay, thank God. Now, we're not going to put all these in at once because we need to see how these speed upgrades impact our energy usage. So we're up to 24 FE a tick. No problem. Does this double it again? 44 FE a tick, still not a problem. 70 FE a tick, not really a problem. 140 FE a tick, no problem. 248 FE a tick, still no problem, still able to keep up. Let's put all of them in and see what happens. 1.4k FE a tick. Okay, so we're generating, what did I say? Oh, I haven't shown you guys. Haha, left your cliffhanger till even later in the episode. Let's see what we're up to. So right now, we're at 12.2k FE a tick that it can output. We're working on refilling the battery because I was running the arc furnace to smelt up a bunch of dash, and that uses a ton of power. But 12.2k FE a tick, and I think we settled on like 190 something. 198 is as much as it will let us do with a single diesel generator, the advanced, using force infused diesel with liquid oxygen. So we're going to need another generator. I am curious as to whether I can mix and match the generators for stress units, like, you know, as a stopgap until we get our quantum assembler to make these easier to make. Can I just stick another one over here and crank it up some more? One of the OG ones? Because I've got the fuel and the thing, and I can put them all in line right here. So, I mean, I could get a couple more in here, and they would get the oxygen and the diesel. So we may give that a try before the end of the episode, but there is the reveal. We're making 12.2k FE a tick now. And this is really fast. Let's go see if it has helped with our problem. So our problem was these guys were chomping up faster than the smelters could get it through, and we were having like items despawn sitting on the ground. And well, currently they are keeping up. Look at that. We're actually gaining room in the chest as we speak. So we should no longer have items despawning on the ground. I am going to leave these other force furnaces hooked up for now until the backlog clears, and then we will slowly take them away one at a time and see at which point it starts to overwhelm our system here. But this is good. Should allow us to, eventually get through all of our stuff. I don't know if I went over this with you guys, actually. So this is my new setup. I moved everything to an ender chest, which I am using an export bus on to export our ores into. And then I am pulling the ores out into our chest the same way it was before. And that export bus is just feeding this ender chest over underneath our main island. Since we don't have any kind of way to get our AE2 over to this island quite yet, this was just a way to move the resources around. It doesn't have dash going into it yet because the export buses only allow 9 items, and we've got 9 ore types that we get in a basic manner from our sifting. So we'll have to add another export bus to get our dash into that channel eventually, but once we get through our backlog of all our ores, this chest shouldn't stay as full. It should actually kind of clear up. And if we go look at our raw stuff, we can see that we're almost through all the tin, or the copper, and silver. We must have just finished exporting and processing a bunch of silver. Let's see what we're up to. Yep, 24k silver. So just finished through the silver ore. There is still some trapped in here that will eventually find its way out once, fate allows it into the hopper to get fed to the guys. Right now we're working through copper, which, we're getting close on it. It was pretty low, 6k. So it won't take these guys too long to go through 6k, but you got to remember, we get 6 ingots per, or 6 dust per those ingots. So 6k is actually 36,000 that it has to smelt. So I moved over to blocks of sulfur because I was just running out of things to use for fuel, which is what prompted me to make the energized smelter to stick in here, because we finally have good enough power gen to keep up with something kind of hefty. And this is a good use because nothing's worse than needing something and having to wait on your ores to smelt and then go process them. Being able to just grab the ingots and do what you need to with them makes it nicer. And we're going to work on automating having plates and dust and stuff stockpiled for all of these types that we need as well. Let's do some comment shout outs. So there was a couple of great comments on yesterday's video that I am going to talk about. So Delson commented, and I did not see it. The Quantum Bridge card is something that goes in our wireless terminal, and it allows us interdimensional access to all of our AE2 stuff. However, we are a little bit from it. So Calorite comes from Venus, so not just Mars, but the next one after that, before we will have infinite range. And stabilized fire, Venus blaze dust, fireball from cyclic, and liquid elemental fire, which is liquefied source in a refinery. And then that's going to give us all of the elements in liquid form. Interesting. What do these have uses for? Oh, they can be turned. That's our way to... Sweet. So we can take our source, convert it. That's our way to the infinite elements for elemental craft. Sweet. Learned something new. And then the other comment was from 4 Ounce Scoop. He says 2 words, Fluix B. I got 2 words for you. Thank you. So Fluix B is a crystalline B converted into a silicon B, converted into a spatial B, then converted into a Fluix bee. So we are going to go over to our bees, and we're going to make 5 of these right now. Just do it, get them going, so that we don't have to deal with making our Fluix with the destabilized redstone and all that junk manually. So let me figure out some more hives and get this set up, and I will show you making the bees in just a minute. I added another beehive in, set it up same way with a pole, and it's feeding it the glass bottles from our setup. And it is going to need a simulation upgrade just like the rest of these. I will get that made after we get the bees in. They are going to need this Fluix block to pollinate on, not the bottles. Oh crap, I messed up and didn't break the connection to here. Hold on. All right, those should all go back downstairs. Sorry for that interruption. I had a failure of, failing. So there we go. That gets our Fluix blocks. We should be able to just toss those glass bottles back into storage, which I'll do as soon as I'm in range again. Let's make our bees. So these bees are crystalline bees. Let's go ahead and sleep so they don't fly immediately into a hive. Here is a crystalline bee that went into a hive because it's raining, I guess. Dang it. Can I get this one before it goes in? Yes. Get him. Get him. Oh, almost got all the way there. All right, let's start farther away. Yeah. Got it. Yeah. There we go. Boy, these guys want to go to that hive. Get here. Yes. Okay. Yep. Get him. Got. Yes. All right. So we should have one more spatial bee and one more crystalline bee to fully convert. So I guess we're stuck waiting on the rain. Let me go make that simulation upgrade, but you guys get the idea. This is going to process and give us Fluix. We'll have to go add their combs once they start coming in to the filter down bottom. But let me get the simulation upgrades, and then we'll watch the Fluix combs go through. All right, so here we have it. There is some Fluix comb. So let's add it to our filters here. New filter, item stack. Okay, Fluix comb. There we go. And then we're gonna just jump it to the front of the queue and stick it in here. And let's wait and see a piece of Fluix. Come on, Fluix. There we go, Fluix crystal. Haha, it's our first one. Go, buddy, go. Yes, you're gonna get stuck in this chest though. Which means I need to go put Fluix crystals in a drawer. So let me go do that so that we have a spot for them to be auto-generated into. We want it to be a fairly high capacity drawer just so we don't ever run out of them. So let's just put it in there, and then we will toss a netherite upgrade in, and then because it's coming in from bees and it may eventually back up, it does need a void upgrade. We will probably come back once resources are more auto done and add some more upgrades, but that gets us 16.4k storage for Fluix crystals. Nice. We're going to pull all the Fluix crystals out, toss them back in. That should put them all in our drawer. There we go. So, thanks comment section for the Fluix bee tip. I'm sure I would have found it eventually, but instead I found it today. All right, y'all. So to wrap things up for today, I had wanted to try and get started in auto crafting, but had a rude realization that we've got to go to Venus before we can auto craft. So auto crafting's off the table for a while, but there are the little terminals we need here, but we'll cover those when we get there. So our next big steps in progression are we need to set up the multi-block for the quantum assembler, and there's a lot of parts to get together. I don't think we're going to get them all together in today's episode, but we're by golly gonna start on it, okay? So I've pinned the things we need. One of the easiest low-hanging fruit is we need compact machine walls, like 10 of them or something like that. And you can get this list by going to anything that needs to be crafted in your quantum assembler. So we could look up like the diesel generators, right? Because they have a quantum assembler recipe that saves you on ingredients. So it's cheaper to make them in here, I think. Yeah, doesn't take the heavy engineering block, maybe. Or maybe it costs the exact same. I'm not sure. Either way, you can look up anything that needs to be made in here, and it tells you, here's what you need for the required structure. So I have pinned all of these pieces. Let's just start on it. So we're going to need 8 ME quantum rings, these here. For those, we're going to have to make some dense cable, which we've only made the Fluix cable. We've not made any of the 8 or 32 channel cables, the smart cables or the covered cables or anything like that. So we're going to need to make some of these cables. And then look at that, up to 180. Oh, here's another easy one too. So we need 10 Fluix stairs. So we can just craft 10 Fluix blocks, come over here to our stone cutter, toss those in. Bam. One thing marked off the list. Let's go. Let's start keeping everything in the don't get distracted woolly chest. And it'll be here for when we need it. Next. Let's see. Entangled blocks are crazy. We're going to have to do some rituals. We're going to have to make some aluminum glass, which we haven't made yet, which we're going to have to make hardened glass. We should get this going. So we need sand, obsidian, and quartz dust. All right, let's toss those in the induction smelter. That's going to get us started down the path to our aluminum glass. And at least it's going and cooking, right? Right. Doesn't mark anything off, but it does get us closer to that one. Let's see. Quantum rings. We were working on these cables, right? So Fluix cable. So to get started, we're going to need to make a bunch more of this. Can we make a stack? Yes, we can. Cool. Now next we have to make the ME covered cables out of our Fluix, which is just wool. And these, sweet, we had enough wool to do a whole stack. Awesome. So then, in order to make the dense cables, you have to make the smart cables first. So we should have more than enough to convert that stack to smart cables. And now that we have the smart cables, we should be able to go to dense smart cables here. And that gets us 16. So hopefully that gets us these. Now all we need are, since we need 8 of these quantum rings, we're going to need 8 energy cells, and we're going to need more Fluix dust for that. So we're almost there on being able to make the quantum rings, the quantum leak chambers. We need Fluix pearls, so we should hopefully have enough once that crushes, because the Fluix pearls take Fluix dust to make as well, and we're going to need 4 of them for this. What about quartz glass? Glass and Certus quartz dust. I feel like we're going to need some more of that, so let's grab that out. And is our induction smelter done? It is. All right, let's toss in this new one, grab out our hardened glass. Now, one of the next things we need is that lumium, right? So lumium takes signalum to make, which is why we were making the electrum dust, that is the thing we are always short on when we're making more signalum. And if we're going to need more lumium, then we're going to need, more electrum dust. So here we go. And look at that. We literally just ran out of the quartz glass we need for this, and that's in the furnace. So let's go look at the lumium, right? Hey, look at that. We don't need to make any because we've got a bunch. Let's smash up. How much did I say we needed? Yes, lumium glass. So it's 2 per, and we need 6 entangled blocks. So we're going to need a minimum of 12 lumium glass. We're going to do like half a stack of this. And then we're going to need, 16, right? Is that the ratio? 1 plate to 2 glass? Yeah, 16. Okay, so let's go smash some lumium. We'll just smash that up. We're going to need 8 of these total. 6, 7, 8. Okay, now we should be able to get going with these. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we are out of the logic ones, which means we need gold to go toss into our set up over here to make some more of the logic circuits. So that will get us going. How are we on other resources? Looks like we're okay. And out comes our logic circuits. We made 4, so we're going to need 4 more logic circuits. Looks like we'll have 1 more of those here in just a moment. Okay, there's our 4 logic processors. Oh, no, we need 8 more because it takes 2 per. All right, so we're going to have to wait on the rest of those to wrap up. The quantum link chamber, we needed Fluix pearls 4 times 4, 1, 2, 3. And we're out of dust. We need more Fluix dust. Great. Toss that in here. Grab this out. Our aluminum plate should be done. Then we can stick our aluminum plate into the induction smelter with our hardened glass. And that's going to get us the aluminum glass going that we need for the entangled blocks. So what's next? We need to go grab those circuits. How are these guys doing? We haven't checked on them. Oh, we have backed up on 10. So they're doing good. Oh, we just barely backed up, though. Let's go figure out why 10 is backed up. 10, 10, 10. 10 is backed up because we have hit the storage limit with a gold upgrade. Okay. Where are my netherite upgrades? I don't have any. Do we have any upgrades in here? We got some diamond. That should be more than enough to get it flowing again. Man, we caught that just in the nick of time. All right, so that should allow the 10 to start coming out of the drawer there and into storage. And let's see. We need to go back over here. Grab out those logic circuits. Are you guys dizzy yet? I feel like we're running in circles. But, I mean, this is what this is what it is sometimes. We need that Fluix dust from over here. Snag out that aluminum glass. Fluix dust. And then this Fluix dust, we need 1 more of these pearls, right? And then we can make our quantum link chamber. Then we need 2 more of these, which now we're out of engineering processors, which are diamond. Great. Let's go make some more of those. Swap out the rest of this gold for diamond. Okay. That should get us 4 of those. So now we can go toss these in the assembly line. Okay, it's taking those out. We'll put the extra in there. Some other automation stuff we need to get to. I need to get the force gems automatically being put in there from the setup upstairs. That's on the to-do list. A lot of these circuits and stuff would be really nice to just have, kind of like we did with all of our other circuits for mechanism stuff. Maybe set up a situation where these are being auto-crafted until you get to 64 and then it just stops. That way, as we use them, they'll start making more on their own, and we don't have to babysit them like this. All of those kinds of processes are just really nice in modded Minecraft. All right, this should definitely allow us to get our 7th and our 8th. There we go. And what did we run out of in the middle right there at the end? The energy cells. That's fine. So we can take off our quantum ring and our quantum link chamber. Those are here. Let's go toss those in the chest with the stairs. Cool. So now compact machine walls, I think, is an easy one. So it's just a steel block, an enriched redstone tossed into the miniaturization crafting. So like literally 1 steel block. So let's go grab 1 enriched redstone. And then it says, according to the recipe, throw that in there and throw that in. And it's going to give us 27 compact machine walls. Wait for it. Well, it doesn't lie. So there we have those. And then we also need vibrant quartz glass, I think it said, which is simple enough. I think we only needed 1 of those. Space chamber, we need 6 of these. So let's see if we've got the materials to craft them. Missing pity machine frames. There's 6 pity machine frames. All right. There are our 6 space chambers from the RF Tools Builder mod. So that leaves us these entangled blocks. And these entangled blocks, I'm going to need to make some more machine frames, which we're still doing in our mechanical crafters because we don't have the quantum assembler yet to make them. So let me get all these resources together. And you know what? I think that's going to have to be for the next episode because we are already over time on the episode for today. And I still have to get this edited, and it's going to be on Tuesday. We are going to have missed a video on Monday, and for that I apologize. I'm still trying to figure out how to do the whole daily thing. So, thank you guys for watching so much. I hope you have enjoyed it and been able to learn something today, and we will see you all next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye.